Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited you're here. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this fantastic Sephora collection. Now, this was $49. I think it would be a good price point for someone that's interested in trying mid-level brushes, and I think it's really pretty. They did a sparkle theme. Now, I haven't unboxed this before, so there's going to be a little bit of crinkling, sorry. We got it out of the box. This is the Shimmer and Shine collection of brushes by Sephora. It came with a leatherette case in a gold shimmer, which has 2 snaps and a flap to protect the top of the brush and plenty of spots for the brushes at the bottom. I don't use this. I'm not a fan. I keep my brushes generally loose. So what's nice about these brushes? They have glitter in the handles, so it's really festive for the winter holiday season. This is their foundation brush, and it's very similar in shape at a much lower price point to my Fenty Beauty Kabuki brush. So you can use this for wet or dry foundation, and it's got a tremendous buffing top. It's soft, it's nice, feels good in the hand. I really think for foundation, this is going to be an awesome brush. So like I said, I am doing a whole bunch. Oh, very nice angle to this one. So this is for your blush or your contour. This is really, really soft. So this is going to feel fantastic on the face. Really, really nice. Here we got our powder brush, and again, very, very soft. And you have the teardrop shape, feels good, about that big in the hand. Next we are with a fan brush, and I generally use this to either do some shading, some blending, or maybe just a little bit of light shimmer. This is a filbert brush with the tapered end for concealer. I could also see this being a great brush for eyeshadow. Obviously, we have an eyeshadow brush, generally for the crease. This one, I'm getting a little splayed out vibe. I don't know if that's static cling or what, but this one is really, really, really fluffy. Crazy fluff. Here we got your shadow brush, a modified tapered design, a little bit firmer texture. And of course, we got a liner brush, which has an angle. I think you could also use this if you wanted to. You could make it, in addition to a gel liner, you could do spot blending with it. And so for $49, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what's the difference between these and say my other Sephora collection, which this is from the Pinrose collection? Handles, the color of the ferrule, and stiffness of the individual fibers. These are all synthetic. I love synthetic. If you've watched any of my brush review videos, the reason I love synthetic is because it's much easier for the manufacturer to have consistency brush to brush in the collection, because naturally organic things like squirrel fur, they are not consistent from fiber to fiber, whereas the synthetic fiber is always going to be consistent. It will have the same bounce, the same taper, the same diameter, and I prefer synthetic for the fact that they're non-porous. They don't suck up quite as much product, and I don't have to think a little fuzzy squirrel died for this. So I'm a big fan. Now, I get tons of brushes lately. I've gotten so many brushes. And why? Because honestly, I am lazy. So I need a set of brushes for every day I do my makeup if I'm going to clean brushes once a week. Now granted, that makes a long job of cleaning if I've got 7 sets of these, but I would still rather do that than have one set that I clean over and over. And I kind of think to some degree it's got to extend the life of the brush. If I'm using this once and then I'm washing it, or maybe on the outside, let's say I'm doing a touch-up in my makeup, I use it twice, or I go out for evening, I use it 3 times in a single day, let's say, and I use a completely different set the next day. It is a little bit less wear and tear. Obviously, you're gonna have less product mixing. You know, if you've used an eyeshadow one time, it's a different tone than another. Even though, of course, I'm sure you know you can tap and you can fluff, there's still going to be product trapped within that fiber, which means that you're not getting a clean blend of whatever it is you're putting on. But these guys, gotta say, like them. Super stoked to have them. $49 I think would make this just a really great present. Like if you have a niece or a girlfriend who's interested in moving out of the dollar brush range, say like this guy from e.l.f., which was $1, and you want to move into something a little more mid-range, Sephora brushes are great for that. I really, really appreciate that. Now, if you watch Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, and I don't know who doesn't watch Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson unless you've been under a rock, you know that the markup on beauty products is exorbitant. So for example, they might say that a high-end palette costs $20 to produce, and they're selling it for, you know, $50 to $150. Obviously, huge markup. I've got to assume, and I've seen several exposés, that brushes are essentially the same, that they don't cost very much to manufacture, particularly when they're synthetic, and they have a huge markup on them. So $50 for a set, I'm comfy with that. I think that's a good buy. And they're really festive, you know, like I enjoy the clear handles. Oh, I enjoy the clear handles with the glitter. I think they're pretty. So I think this would be a great set, so I definitely recommend. Now, if you are curious about my makeup, once again, yesterday's unboxing video was the Charlotte Tilbury Vintage Vamp. So on my eyes, I have the luxury eyeshadow palette in Vintage Vamp. I am using on my waterline Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil and Barbarella Brown. I have the Full Fat Lashes 5-Star Mascara on. I have the Cheek to Chic Blusher in Love is the Drug. I am using the Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner, Savage Rose. And I'm using the Lip Luster Luxe Color Lasting Lip Lacquer in Unleash Me. I do not have the lipstick on. Additionally, I have Bobbi Brown foundation on in Ivory. I have Laura Mercier powder on. I have Anastasia of Beverly Hills, Brow Wiz, Dip Brow Gel, and Dual Powder. And I am using Anastasia of Beverly Hills for the top of my eyelid eyeliner and my tiny little cat's eye. And we're gonna try to bring this in. And it's just a softer version of what I wore yesterday. This to me is more of like a day version. And yesterday was definitely over the top evening version for me. So I think, again, I stand by my first impressions of the Charlotte Tilbury line. I love the blush. I love the mascara. Everything else is workable. It's very nice, but it's not over the top, meaning it doesn't stand out in such a way from any other high-end makeup brand. It's nice. If you like the colors, definitely get it. If you don't want to spend $230 for that number of products, then maybe get something different. But I do think that you should try the mascara, because the mascara life-changing, just saying. Hey, have a happy day. I appreciate you joining me. Big hearts, love to you for spending even a tiny moment with me. I hope you have the most fantastic time liking, subscribing, smashing the bell, following me, commenting, help a lady out. Have a wonderful day, and keep the Sephora Sparkle and Shine collection in your arsenal of gifts. If it's within your price point, $49, I think it's very reasonable. And Have a great day. Ciao.